For other Dylan Thomas, appreciate this.
The sunny, slow, lulling afternoon yawns and moons through the dozy town. The sea lolls, laps, and idles in with fishes sleeping in its lap. The meadows still as Sunday. The shut-eyed tasseled bulls, the goat and daisy dingles nap happy and lazy. The dumb duck ponds snooze. Clouds sag and pillow on Llarygib Hill. Pigs grunt in a wet wallow bath and smile as they snort and dream. They dream of the acorn swill of the world, the rooting for pig fruit, the bagpipe dugs of the mother sow, the squeal and snuffle of yeses of the women pigs in rut. They mud bask and snout in the pig-loving sun. Their tails curl. They rollick and slobber and snore to deep, smug, after-swill sleep. Donkeys angelically drowse on Donkey Down.
Persons with manners,
Snaps Mrs. Cold Pugh.
do not nod at table.
Mr. Pugh cringes awake. He puts on a soft, soaping smile. It is sad and grey under his nicotine egg-yellow weeping walrus Victorian moustache, worn thick and long in memory of Dr. Crippen.
You should wait until you retire to your sty,
Says Mrs. Pugh, sweet as a razor. His fawning, measly quarter smile freezes. Sly and silent, he foxes into his chemist's den, and there, in a hiss and prussic circle of cauldrons and phials brimful with pox and the Black Death, cooks up a fricassee of deadly nightshade, nicotine, hot frog, cyanide, and bat spit for his needling, stalactite hag and bednag of a poker-backed nutcracker wife.
I beg your pardon, my dear,
He murmurs with a wheedle. Captain Cat, at his window thrown wide to the sun and the clippered seas he sailed long ago when his eyes were blue and bright, slumbers and voyages. Ear-ringed and rolling, I love you, Rosie Probert, tattooed on his belly, he brawls with broken bottles in the fug and babel of the dark dock bars, roves with a herd of short and good-time cows in every naughty port, and twines and souses with the drowned and blousy-breasted dead. He weeps as he sleeps and sails. One voice of all he remembers most dearly as his dream buckets down. Lazy, early Rosie with a flaxen thatch, whom he shared with Tom Fred the donkey man and many another seaman. Clearly and near to him speaks from the bedroom of her dust. In that gulf and haven, fleets by the dozen have anchored for the little heaven of the night. But she speaks to Captain Napping Cat alone. Mrs. Probert?
From Duck Lane, Jack. Quack twice and ask for Rosie.
Is the one love of his sea life that was sardined with women.
What seas did you see, Tom Cat, in your sailoring days long, long ago? What sea beasts were in the wavery green when you were my master?
I'll tell you the truth. Seas barking like seals, blue seas and green, seas covered with eels and mermen and whales.
What seas did you sail, old whaler, when on the blubbery waves between Frisco and Wales you were my bosun?
As true as I'm here, dear you tomcat's tart, you landlubber Rosie, you cozy love, my easy as easy, my true sweetheart. Seas green as a bean, seas gliding with swans, in the seal barking moon.
What seas were rocking my little deckhand, my favourite husband, in your sea boots and hunger? My duck, my whaler, my honey, my daddy, my pretty sugar sailor, with my name on your belly when you were a boy long, long ago?
I'll tell you no lies. The only sea I saw was a seesaw sea with you riding on it. Lie down, lie easy. Let me shipwreck in your thighs.
Knock twice, Jack, at the door of my grave, and ask for Rosie.
Rosie Probert.
Remember her. She is forgetting. The earth which filled her mouth is vanishing from her. Remember me. I have forgotten you. I am going into the darkness of the darkness forever. I have forgotten that I was ever born.
Look,
says a child to her mother as they pass by the window of Schooner House.
Captain Cat is crying.
Captain Cat is crying.
Come back. Come back.
Up the silences and echoes of the passages of the eternal night.
He's crying all over his nose,
says the child. Mother and child move on down the street.
He's got a nose like strawberries,
the child says. And then she forgets him too. She sees in the still middle of the blue bag bay no good boyo fishing from the Zanzibar.
No good boyo gave me 3 pennies yesterday, but I wouldn't,
the child tells her mother. Boyo catches a whalebone corset. It is all he has caught all day.
Bloody funny fish.
Mrs. Diebread, too, gypsies up his mind-slow eye, dressed only in a bangle.
She's wearing a nightgown. Would you like this nice wet corset, Mrs. Diebread, too?
No, I won't.
And a bite of my little apple?
He offers with no hope. She shakes her brass nightgown, and he chases her out of his mind. And when he comes gusting back, there in the bloodshot center of his eye, a geisha girl grins and bows in a kimono of rice paper.
I want to be good, boyo, but nobody let me,
he sighs as she writhes politely.
Well, there you go then. My 53. Go.